everyone, I'm back. So this week's video is still kind of like a beginner intro video. It's just, sorry, my hair is in my face. It's introducing the colors just a little bit more in depth for yourself, where to find all of the information. So you can go online and take a colors test. It's True Colors. There is another colors test out there that has red in it. I think that's replacing gold, but I just would prefer to, if you could find the one that's got the green, blue, gold, and orange. It's called True Colors. Or else there's also the love languages online, and you can take both tests online. You don't really need to buy anything, although like that book is really good and it comes with the test inside. What else is there to know? Once you identify your top two colors, you kind of can start to deconstruct like how you work, how you tick. It just will help you understand yourself so much more. That being said, also I find it's super important to recognize your last color, and then it gives you an ability to figure out what doesn't work for you and how maybe friendships and stuff like you can kind of try to balance in your life, and why there's conflicts just by knowing your last color. And same with like love languages. Knowing your first one is super important, obviously, because that's how you feel loved. But knowing your last one is also super handy, because sometimes people in your life are giving love the way they like to receive it, and you might not even realize how much of an effort people are trying to put in to show you that they love you, just because it's not your love language and it doesn't sit with you. Once like you kind of have that established, you can kind of just figure out how your flow goes. Like I said, this is just still kind of an intro into what it is about. I eventually once I kind of get everybody understanding all the colors, I want to have a couple people of different colors on the show, or whatever this is called, and talk about, like, I'm going to give them like tasks maybe, and they're going to show you how different colors do different things and how different brains work. Personally, like, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Like I said, I'm high orange, and then my green and blue are pretty close. So, I mean, my brain is running a miles a minute. I don't have much forethought. I kind of just go, and I don't have a filter, and I just think and do whatever I want. Sometimes that gets me in trouble. And whereas gold is my last, it would be very helpful for me to surround myself a little bit with gold people, which I'd probably frustrate them beyond belief, but I can bring out the fun and the wild side, and they can bring in some structure in my life. And my love language is quality time. I want nothing more than to hang out with you. I could care less if you ever bought me anything in my entire life, but if you just want to like sit and hang out and just be with me, I feel you could do anything after. Like, if you spent a whole day with me, I like would feel so full and loved that I don't need anything else from you from a long time. So as long as, like, I find with love language, as long as you fill a person's love tank with how they best receive love, you don't need to worry about other things. You don't need to impress them. Like, that's the way. Once you figure someone out, it makes it so simple. It's crazy. And so, like, that to me is a huge thing in relationships. And I mean, obviously you're not perfect. You're gonna sometimes be selfish, and you're gonna want people to come to your color. Not selfish, but you're gonna want people to communicate with you in your color, and it's gonna be frustrating. But knowing colors and love languages all gives you the opportunity to be like, okay, so this isn't working. We both want different things. So me, as a knowledgeable person in colors, and love languages, you can kind of go to their level and communicate with them in the way they need. And sometimes just that alone will give you the opportunity to solve a problem, and then you're both you're both satisfied. So yeah, that's kind of all I'm going to talk about today. Not something too deep, but just kind of basic of what will come on learning about each color. I think I'm going to start doing maybe 2 videos a week for a little bit, just one to explain a color each week and one to explain a love language each week. And then once I kind of get through that, I feel like I'll be able to invite people on of different primary colors and love languages and even different secondary colors, and just show how like maybe 2 green people, um, but their secondary colors are different, how they even think differently, and why it's super important to um, it just makes it easier to understand someone. I shouldn't say super important, but it'll just make you show the importance, I guess, of the secondary color. So it'll show how you can communicate with people just so much easier, just knowing. I feel like I rambled a lot in this video. I'm still learning. I'm orange, like I said. I'm just go, don't do any filtering. Apparently last video I told people that I like to read books back to front. That is not the case. I am not that clever. I read them front to back. And sometimes I don't even finish them, to be honest. Yeah. So, if you guys have any ideas of like cool ideas for videos for future for when I invite different colors and different people on to show experiments, just let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I am gonna see you next week with 2 videos. I think I'm going to start with, I'm gonna do my color last just because I understand me the best. So I am gonna do my best to understand next week green people, and then I will do love languages. I will do gifts. All right, thanks for joining me.